Hi everyone, welcome to Active Self-Protection Extra. Today, a little different video. Again, I'm just having some fun this week here on Extra. And I want to introduce you to, honestly, the favorite gun in my safe. If you're a true aficionado, then you already understand what this gun is. If not, let me introduce it to you. But it is not my favorite because of why you might think, but for a very special reason. Palm pepper spray is next generation OC spray. It's hot at 1.4% major capsaicinoids, and its modular design means you can customize it exactly to you. 3 different setups, lots of different color combinations. You can make it exactly as you like. And the flip top safety prevents accidental discharges. It's 10 to 12 foot range and 25 half-second blasts. Make sure that you can keep that long range eye poke at long range. I trust Palm OC and I recommend it for everyone for self-defense. So this is a very average, very plain, very typical Mosin-Nagant 9130. This is, I mean, back in the day, you could buy a crate of this gun for $300. And I actually bought it for $69. I just looked this morning. I am recording this video in late November of 2024. And in late November 2024, a Mosin-Nagant 9130 like this, in this condition, it's in pretty darn good condition. The furniture is really nice on it, has its original stock with it. I don't have the original little lube bottles and cartridge case with it. Goes for about $500, which boggles my mind. But I bought mine for $69 at Cabela's in Glendale, Arizona in 2011. Now, I'll just show you so that you guys can see this guy is unloaded. This is the gun of the Russian infantry in World War II. It shoots the 7.62 by 52R cartridge, which is still in military use. It's actually the second oldest military cartridge still in use in a military today, second only by a couple of years to the 303 British. And this gun, it still smells like the Cosmoline that it came in. It has a monstrous 29, I believe, inch barrel, just a ginormously long barrel. The thing is heavy. You can use it as a boat paddle. It is long as all get out as well. And let me just tip my hat. Why do I love this gun? Well, it sucks to shoot, frankly. I mean, the 7.62 by 54R, you're looking, 2,600, 2,700 foot-pounds of energy coming out the muzzle. So, you're kind of roughly equivalent to a 30-06. So if you're familiar with shooting 30-06, you're familiar with this gun. It has peep sights on it, right? So you've got a peep like you do on like an M16, my old school there. And then you have this adjustable for height kind of sniper sight on it. So you can see here, it is zeroed at 100 yards. You may not be able to see it. Again, if you don't understand these guns, this isn't going to be a thorough review of the Mosin-Nagant. But you can slide this to a different distance, and that raises the elevation, which then gives you a little windage, so you can turn this into a very small artillery piece, and it's got marks all the way out to 2,000 yards. I've never shot it beyond about 350. I haven't shot it in several years, actually. The trigger on this gun is truly atrocious, right? So again, verifying that it is empty. And if you start pressing the trigger on this gun on Tuesday, it is heavy, it is long, it is creepy, it is stacky, it is, oh my gosh, you start pulling the trigger on Tuesday, it goes off about Friday afternoon. Really terrible trigger on these guns. I don't know how any infantry soldier really got a whole lot of accuracy out of it. And they made sniper versions of this, and they made carbine versions of this with a 20-inch barrel instead of the big long one like I have here. All right, why do I love this gun though? This gun means so much to me. You literally could not buy this gun from me for any amount of money. It is probably my most cherished firearm in the safe. I don't have any guns that were handed down to me by grandpa or anything like that. My grandpa, when he died, his dirtbag friends came and stole all his guns. And he shouldn't have had any guns when he died anyways, because he was a felon and a prohibited possessor. It's a whole another story. Well, maybe I'll tell that story someday. But this gun I love because when in 2011 is when I got my first instructor certifications by going to my good friend Mike Abramovich, and he had me in his 3-day NRA instructor class. And so I got my first NRA instructor certifications in April 2011, coming up on 14 years ago now. And then the month after, I did an NRA basic, did I do basic pistol or did I do PPITH? I'm not sure. I forget at this point which class it was. But with the money that I made from that class, with the profits that I made at that class that I taught at Ben Avery's shooting facility here in Phoenix, I went down to my local Cabela's that day and I bought this gun. It was on sale for 69 bucks. And so it turned out to be a good investment because now I could sell it for 500 bucks, I guess. My wife will have to figure that out when I die, or my children, or whatever, because I'm not going to sell it. This is what I invested. This and a couple of boxes of ammo were what net I made out of my first NRA class that I ever taught as a firearms instructor. So if you know my story, I started firearms instruction so that I could write off my own ammo, so that I could just, have a business, something, a side hustle on the side. And again, with the first profits I ever made, I bought this gun. I remember I went into Cabela's and I said, hey, I saw that you guys have these Mosin-Nagants for 69 bucks. The guy was like, yeah, I got several crates in the back. And he's like, I can root around in there for you and try to pick you out a good one, or you can just come in the back with me and then root around there yourself and find the one that you like. And thank you, please, yes and amen. And they probably had 10 crates back there. And I rooted through them a little bit, picked this guy out because the furniture, the wood, you can see is actually in really nice shape. It doesn't show signs of beating. Now this particular one, I'm not gonna go through all of the markings on you. You can see where the markings are here on this, and that tells you where they were made. This particular gun made in 1943 in the Tula factory. Which probably means it was not used in World War II. It probably did not make it to the front lines in World War II. That's fine, but you can see it's not beat up. Still has, again, the original sling that goes on it, and everything's in working order. Now, when I got it, this thing was just absolutely slathered in cosmoline. I mean, it was overrun. I bet you the barrel was plugged with cosmoline, and that was, I want to say May or June of 2011 that I bought this. And so in order to get that out, one of the things that you can do, and the easiest way to do that, is to wrap it in like black plastic bags and set it out in the sun. And in Phoenix, Arizona, that works delightfully. So I wrapped this guy in newspaper and then put it in black plastic bags and then put it out in the sun in Phoenix, Arizona in May of 2011. And that melted the cosmoline right out of it, took it apart, cleaned it, oiled it, lubed it, and to this day, it's in really, really excellent shape, and I love this gun. So it sits in my hunting safe because I love it, because it represents to me the very beginning of my journey as a firearms instructor and as your friend who is now an expert witness and admitted in self-defense and use of force and firearms. And began the journey of active self-protection, really. So when I bought this gun, ASP was not even called active self-protection. I think it was called John Correa Pistol Instruction at the time when I first kind of got started in this. And then when I filed the LLC docs in, I think, 2013, by then I had come up with active self-protection. But before that, John Correa Pistol Instruction. And this Mosin-Nagant 9130. Now, again, I'm not at the range. I'm not going to shoot it for you. There are plenty of videos on YouTube of you shooting it. But I just thought I would introduce you to a gun that is definitely a different monster for me. This is not going to be something I use for home defense, not something that I'm going to save the Republic with or anything like that. It's just something that's fun and lives in my long gun safe. And my question for you here at the end, you made it all the way through to the end of this video. My question for you is, would you like to see more content like this? I got a bunch of guns in especially my rifle safe, some in my pistol safe as well, that aren't necessarily guns that you see on the channel regularly because they're not my regular self-defense guns. So is this stuff you'd be interested in seeing, or are you like, yeah, whatever, John, I just want to see you shoot your guns? Let me know in the comments, would you? Thanks, guys. Hope you have a wonderful day, and I'd love to hear from you as well. What is the most special gun to you in your safe? God bless.
Download the Asp Unlimited app for all the content you love from active self-protection and more with no interference from YouTube. No ads, no age gates, exclusive videos, seminars, classes, and more on iOS, Android, Apple TV, Roku, Amazon Fire, and Android TV. Hit the link in the description or download Asp Unlimited from your app store today.